this biscuit recipe, we're going to make a savory cheddar chipotle cornmeal biscuit. So we're just going to take a little bit of cornmeal and mix it in with the all-purpose flour just to give it a little bit of a different texture. And we will have some green onions and a little chipotle pepper. And of course cheese. Lots of nice cheddar cheese. For this recipe, I'm going to show you how to mix it in your Cuisine. So if you have one of these nice Cuisine, you can use that. Otherwise, you can definitely mix it by hand, as I showed you in the traditional biscuit recipe that we just did. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to place our flour and our cornmeal, and this is finely ground cornmeal, our sugar, salt, baking soda, and baking powder into our Cuisine, and we're just going to give it a nice pulse here to get it mixed up. And you can definitely do that by hand if you needed to. Our next step is to take just a 1/4 cup of this flour out. Just kind of even it off there. And that's going to be our extra flour in case we need to add more if our dough is too wet. Then what we're going to do is add our butter that we've cubed. It's cold butter, unsalted. Add it to our mixer. And we're going to pulse it until it resembles small bits of butter, kind of like peas or feta cheese. And you can see we've got these small little bits that resemble just pieces of broken up feta cheese or peas. And that's the texture that you want. And of course you can do this by hand as well, just as I showed you in the traditional Southern buttermilk biscuit recipe. Next, we're going to add our shredded cheddar cheese, and I've chosen to use a white cheddar. We're going to add it to our mixture here. And then we're just going to give it a pulse to incorporate, maybe just 3 times. And then we'll transfer this to a large bowl. Next, we're going to mix together our wet ingredients. So I've got 3/4 cup of buttermilk and 1 egg, which I'm just going to quickly whisk together. Then I'm going to add the green onions that I've sauteed till they're soft, and our chopped chipotle peppers. And we'll stir all that together. Now we're going to take our flour butter mixture and we're going to add the wet ingredients. So we'll just make a little well in the middle of our bowl here. We'll pour our egg mixture in. And then we're going to mix this using broad strokes until it's all incorporated. Now we've set aside just a little bit extra buttermilk in case we need to add a bit more. And you have a nice sticky dough to work with here. I don't think we need any more buttermilk. We're going to turn this onto our work surface. We're going to take our flour that we set aside, sprinkle our work surface here. And pour the dough out. If the dough seems a little bit sticky, you can always sprinkle the top of it with a little extra flour to keep it from sticking to your fingers. But we're going to press it out into a 1/2 inch rectangle here. We're going to fold it over just like we did with the traditional biscuits that we made earlier. Give it another little sprinkle of flour. Press it out again. Do it another time. Getting a little sticky down there. Make sure we get a good base of flour here. This dough is going to be a little bit stickier than the traditional dough that we made. All right, so we've pressed our dough out and we've cut the biscuits to 8 biscuits, and we've given each of them an egg wash. So I've just brushed the tops of these with a little bit of egg, just egg and salt mixed together, and just lightly brush the tops of each, and we're going to put them in the oven.